Hey guys, it's me, Crzy4the80sGal. So, today I have a different type of video that I want to bring to you. Yes, a different video. No, not a gaming video. No, not a zombie get it video. No Modern Warfare, no Call of Duty, no Battlefield, nothing like that. Something totally different. So today I am going to show you a recipe that I came up with. I call it Taco Bake. All of my family loves this recipe. I just came up with it in my head. I did not use a cookbook or anything like that. I simply just thought of it in my head and said, I'm going to make it. And whenever I make it, it lasts like not even a day because everybody loves it here in the household. So I'm going to show you what items that I use. I'm going to take you through each item and show you a little bit about the cooking and about what I put in it, the ingredients, and then I will put it in the oven to bake, and once it comes out, I'll show you the finished product. So I'm going to show you what items that I'm going to be using today. Okay, so my taco bake that I thought of myself that my family loves includes hamburger meat, nice good hamburger meat, a nice thing of salsa. I use mild salsa. I can't have hot items, so I don't get the medium or the hot, I get the mild. Doesn't matter what salsa that you pick up, chunky salsa, regular salsa. If you like it hot, you like it hot. Then I use a can of chili with beans. Doesn't matter what chili that you use as long as it has beans in it. I use a little oregano here when I go to fry up the hamburger. I use some lemon and pepper seasoning. I have the good old ricotta cheese. Doesn't matter what kind of ricotta cheese that you use. I do suggest that you get a big one because this is what I top my taco bake with. I have my scoops. Doesn't matter what brand that you get in scoops. I have actually tried it with Fritos corn chips as well. And Fritos corn chips are really good as well. But I got the scoops here. Then I have some taco blend cheese. Now you can use any blend of cheese that you like. Sometimes I pick up the Mexican blend of taco cheese, or I pick up the Monterey Jack, or the mozzarella cheese, and I mix them together because sometimes they don't have a blend, but I was able to get the blend and see this blend has Monterey Jack with taco seasoning. The Mexican style is really good as well. It hits the spot. Then I normally make my taco bake in a glass pan. I decided yesterday that I was going to get a different pan, glass pan, because the one that I've been making the taco bake in is a little bit shallow, and when I fill it up, things tend to overflow. So I decided, voila, to get me a brand new, voila, Pyrex Bake It Deep. See, it's a deep pan. Yep. It's like a deeper pan. So then all the items can fit down in there. So what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be taking you through the steps of making it And then, like I said, putting it in the oven, baking it, and once the product is finished, then I will show you the finished product. But I will be using the video footage on while I'm cooking as well. So you can see cooking with Crazy for the 80s Gal or cooking with Annette. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. Bear with me while I get everything set up and open and ready to go and start cooking. So here you go, guys. Here's my empty pan that I'll be cooking my hamburger in. Now, I will tell you that normally I cook my hamburger in a round skillet. However, this pan is a lot deeper and it holds a lot more hamburger meat. And actually, my daughter got this nice cookware set for me, and I like it a lot. I can kind of show you. It's kind of like non-stick, and it's kind of like a stone. So I'm going to use that to cook my hamburger meat in today rather than my normal skillet. Of course, here's the hamburger meat, and I'll be opening that up and putting it in the pan. That's what you start with, is you want to brown your hamburger meat first, because that's what takes the longest of this recipe, is browning your hamburger, basically. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to go ahead and start opening the hamburger meat. Might want to do one thing real quick. Hold that thought, because I have been holding my camera. And with the big C word, I don't like saying COVID, but with the big C word, you always want to wash your hands, because I've been touching my camera and my phone, and today I went to work, so I want to go ahead and wash my hands real quick before I touch anything. Alrighty, so I quickly washed my hands and drying them off here. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the hamburger meat. Plop it into the pan. Woohoo, there we go. Look at that. Fits right in there. Perfect. Alrighty, so now we're going to turn on the stovetop here. And I have some spatulas here. I normally use my trusted spatula right here. This is my trusted spatula. But he's kind of getting old, but he's my favorite spatula. So he's got a little loose handle, but he still does the hamburger meat perfectly. And then this is a newer spatula that I got, but this one just is like wider, as you can tell, and I like that. And especially it like chops it up widely. This one's a little bit thinner, but I mean, it's still a good spatula. It's like stainless steel. This one's like an older, like plasticky model. This one's still like plasticky, but I like the metal grip on there. This one, like I said, it's getting a little loose. I might have to try to find me one of these if I can, because it's my trusty one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my trusty one right now for at this moment. I'm just going to go ahead and like chop up the hamburger meat a little bit here. You want to make it into like small pieces. You don't want large hamburger chunks. You want smaller hamburger chunks, because the hamburger meat is actually going to kind of like settle down into the scoops themselves. So you kind of want to make sure that you get your hamburger meat kind of smaller not large, like huge chunks. Need to turn it up just a little bit. Get her started here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in some seasonings. I'm going to put in my oregano. So here's my oregano going in. And I don't use that much, but I use enough to season it. And then I use my lemon pepper seasoning. That's perfect. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and let this brown a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bit of a better view. So here's my hamburger meat that I am frying up. As you can tell, I've added my oregano and my lemon pepper seasoning. Yeah, that's frying up real good in that pan. I need to scoot it over a little bit more on the aisle. There we go. Like I said, smaller chunks is good. Smelling good already. I would use a phrase, can you smell what the rock is cooking? But then that probably wouldn't be a good idea. But I had to make a joke there, since I said smell. Of course, smelling is part of your senses, so okay, we're just going to let that do that now. I'm a little bit fanatic. I know some people don't drain their grease off of their hamburger meat. I know some people use a can to put the hamburger meat. However, I do something that a lot of people shouldn't do because it does clog up your septic tank probably and your drain. But I do have a garbage disposal, but I normally just go ahead and pour a little grease off of the hamburger meat. But look at there. Can you hear it? Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, bubbling, bubbling. Alright, well, I'm getting a collection of grease in there right now. Like, that burner is nice and hot there. I'm gonna take out my cheese here for a second, because I need a place to put my trusty spatula while I drain the grease. Okay guys, I got the hamburger meat all ground up in the pan right now. So now comes the scoops. Alright, now sometimes I get a little bit crazy with the scoop, so I might not use both bags. I did get a party size bag and a little bag, because like I said, my pan that I have before that I normally use is a little bit more shallow. So what you want to kind of do is just kind of put your scoops in the pan. Yeah, I think a party size is going to be really enough. I won't need the second batch. And actually, the pan is not as deep as what I thought. My shallow pan Probably was a little bit lengthier, but might actually have to take some of the scoops out. I should have probably used the smaller one. The smaller bag of scoops rather than the larger bag. And what you want to do is you kind of want to arrange the scoops in an upward position. Sometimes the scoops stick together, but you want to arrange them, if you can, in an upward position. I need to take a little bit, not too much out. I should have used a smaller bag, but it's okay. So I'm just turning the chips over here, like so. So then the hamburger meat can go down inside the scoop, if you can get it all in there. Alright, so there's that portion. So, as you can tell, I drained the grease out. Now it's really going to fry up really good. Now see, there's a little bit of pink in there. So I'm going to make sure I get that down on the bottom there. So that way that gets fully cooked. Hopefully you can hear that frying of that meat. See, and look, I love this because it's like a non-stick pan. Look at that. Now see, my old skillet that I use, my round skillet that I told you about, it's not really non-stick, and the hamburger does stick to it pretty bad. So that's why I decided to use this particular pan today, because I thought, well, I don't want things to stick. I want it to come out really good so then you guys can see. Alright, I'm just going to let that simmer for a little bit, and I'll be back in a flash. So as you can see, I'm almost done filling up the hamburger meat over the scoops. And you got to evenly kind of distribute it over the scoops itself. So then that way you have, well, everybody would have like an equal amount of meat if possible when they go to get their plate. Alrighty. There we go. It's empty. Alrighty, great. I'm just going to set this in the sink real quick. Alright, so now I've got my scoops placed down in the pan as evenly with the scoop part up. I'm going to go ahead and move my extra chips. Heck, I could be eating them while I'm making it. Love scoops. Great. Okay. So you guys with me still? Wonderful. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to do, my normal chili. Like I said, doesn't have to be any brand of chili, just the kind with beans in it. Well, at least that's what kind I like. If you can't eat beans, you know, then you can't eat beans. Get the kind with no beans. Or you can even get turkey meat chili if you don't like the regular chili. You can get the turkey chili as well. So now with the chili, I just kind of like drizzle it over And it's okay if you get a little bit much in one spot and not too much in the other, because we're gonna like use my little, this is actually for my rice cooker, but I have found it to come in handy when you want to spread things around in a pan or get certain things out. So, or of course you could use your spatula, which that's fine as well. And I kind of just like evenly spread out the chili. Now, I could use 2 cans of chili if I needed to. I kind of didn't use chili the first time I made it. I just decided to try it with chili once and like the way that tasted. So now I've been using chili. Sometimes I use 1, sometimes I use 2. But you know what they say about beans. The more you eat, the more you toot. Little joke there. Sorry for my crazy humor. But anywho. Alright. We'll rinse this off real quick. Alrighty, let me show you the up-close picture of it. Oh, okay, you guys, so here's the close-up picture. As you can tell, I've got the scoops right side up, the hamburger meat inside the scoops, and the chili. Now, the next item will be the salsa, so I'm getting ready to put on the salsa now. Where's my video? What the hell? Why doesn't my video have any play? There we go. What in the hell? Alrighty, so I'm going to open up my salsa right now. And, oh yeah, I didn't throw the chili can away. Oh, always be careful. Don't cut yourself. Make sure that that's put up where nobody can get to it and hurt themselves. Alright, so now it is time for the salsa. Okay, did they make them childproof? I might... Okay. Okay. I'm struggling with this jar. Give me just a second, you guys. Let me see if I can get something to take care of that. Alrighty. I had to go get my jar lid opener to get the salsa open. That was hard. Alright, so I'm just going to do like I did the chili. And I'm just going to kind of like put it back and forth. Like such. And don't worry if you get a little bit too much here and a little bit too much there. Like I said, you can use your spatula or whatever you may have. I do like to tend to get it in the corners a little bit and in the middle. Alrighty. I think we got the salsa out. That was hard. That was like childproof hell. That would have took me a year to get that open without my little thrifty can jar opener. Alrighty, so now I am going to use that same little, remember I told you the little spatula? That's my rice cooker spatula. So we're going to dip it down in here. And I know this is going to look kind of piled high. I thought the deeper baking dish would have helped, but obviously, I guess not. Alright, so, and it really doesn't matter about me double dipping and putting the spatula into the ricotta cheese, but normally I do wash my utensils off before putting it in another product, but I know I'm going to use this entire thing of ricotta cheese. You can also use cottage cheese, you guys. I personally don't like cottage cheese. I don't know. Never have. So I chose to use ricotta cheese. I will rinse this off because, you know. Alright, so I got that rinsed off. So now, this is where the fun part comes in. I just kind of like scoop out the ricotta cheese. Yeah, it's gonna kind of look like clumpy and gross and all that, but get it all out of here. Okay. Kind of looks like I did a pretty good ice cream scoop there. So now what I do is I kind of just mash it down. Smash it down. And I think I'm going to and I try to distribute it evenly. And it's okay if it mixes together. I normally have it topped a little bit better than this. See how it starts to run out the sides if you're not careful? So you want to make sure. See, I got to get that pushed down. I need to get it more evenly. Kind of like you're frosting a cake maybe. But see all that cheese that's in the middle? You don't want all that cheese in the middle. You gotta evenly distribute that out there to the sides of the taco bake. Kind of looking a little messy, but I get it cleaned up pretty well quickly. Just gotta keep going back and forth with it, like frosting a cake, getting it evened out. So then that way not one part has more than the other. So I just kind of smooth it out here nice and pretty. Getting it there. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys, by any means. I just like making sure that everything is distributedly as even as I can. Looks like I'm baking a cake. It looks like I'm frosting a cake. Alrighty, there we go. Oh wait, I found a little bit more ricotta in there. Don't know if I can get it out with my trusty little rice cooker spatula, but I'm going to try to get it out there. Don't want to waste anything if you don't have to. So I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification panel so then each time I make a video, you guys will be notified. I hope you guys have been enjoying my gaming videos. Like I said, this was a completely different idea that I had to give you a little bit of a variety for, well, I've had a little bit of variety because I did my yoga and I've done some try-ons and a lot of gaming. Alright, so I'll show you a close-up of this in just a second. So here you go. Here's kind of what it looks like with the ricotta cheese on it. Doesn't look very neat, I know. It's like frosting a cake, like I said. And it kind of looks kind of sloppy, but it's okay because it's going to bake in the oven. Now, the last thing you do is you put the taco blend or Mexican blend cheese on top. And I'll get that on there for you. Give me a second because I have to get that opened up. Alrighty. I don't use the whole bag normally. I do use a lot, but I don't use the whole bag. But I am naturally right-handed, but some things I am, what is that? Ambidextrous? What is that? I'm probably saying it wrong. Where you can do things left-handed or right-handed. But when I play the guitar, I'm right-handed, but I use my left hand to strum the guitar. Does that make any sense? And then when I play cards, I put it in my opposite hand rather than what hand I'm supposed to be using, and everybody always makes fun of me. But, oh well. I can write somewhat with my left hand, not that greatly. I don't know, can you write with your opposite hand than what you're used to? Can you kick a ball with your opposite leg than what you are more predominantly using? Like, I use my right foot to kick the ball, but can you kick the ball with your left foot? Some people have problems petting their head and rubbing their belly. I don't have that problem. I could probably do it right now. So I'm just evenly out the cheese. I'm trying to think of the name of when you can use both hands. Ambidextrous? Oh God, I'll have to Google it, but anywho, I know you guys get the idea. Alrighty. So, yes, it's a lot of cheese because you use the ricotta cheese and then you use the sprinkled cheese. And I think I pretty much got it all covered. I will give you a close-up shot of this as well. Go ahead and Ziploc this bad boy back up. This will go good on my scoops, even if I just make the scoops in the microwave with some shredded cheese over it. And keep my, oh, there was a glob of ricotta that came out. It's alright. That's an easy fix. Alrighty. So, make sure that's nice and sealed. Now I'm going to give you a close-up of what it looks like, okay? Okay, so here's the close-up of my taco bake. All it needs to do is go in the oven and bake. So we have our scoops, the hamburger meat, the chili, the salsa, the ricotta cheese, and then finally, voila, the blend cheese. Like I said, you could use whatever cheese you like. So now I'm getting ready to pop this bad boy in the oven for approximately 45 minutes. And when it's done, I'll show you what the finished product looks like, guys. Alrighty, you guys. So I got my oven set at 400 degrees. Getting this bad boy in the oven. And about 45 minutes, we shall see you later once the product is done. And normally I place it in the center so it evenly gets cooked. So in about 45 minutes, I'll see you guys for the finished product. Like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification panel. If you're new to my channel, leave some comments, you guys. I love your comments. Let me know what you'd like to see next. I did say that I was going to do my sun catcher video, but I'm trying to find like a table to do it on because I don't want to get paint all over my good furniture. So I saw a couple different tables that I'm thinking about getting just to use that for like an arts and crafts table at one point in time. But in about 45 minutes, I'll see you back with the finished product. Until then, I'll see you in 45. Alrighty, you guys. So it's been that time where the taco bake is done. So let's see. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Perfect. Alrighty. So there is the taco bake finished. I hope you guys liked my cooking video. Hopefully I'll do more cooking videos. I'll still want to do my painting as well. Please don't forget to leave me comments, you guys. You know I love comments. Always give me a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, notification button, and make sure you check out my Instagram page, my Twitter, any social media that I have, because you never know what I'm going to post on any one of them. Oh, and my TikTok. I did some new videos on my TikTok, but they're also on my Instagram. But until next time, guys, see ya!